Hey guys, thank you for coming back to the channel. If you're new, my name is LJ and you're watching NoClutch Garage. And today I have another DIY for you guys. Of course, now we're starting out in my office because I just got a package. The package includes something that I've been needing actually for a really long time. And this is gonna tie into something else that I'm gonna be talking about in a later video. But for now, let's show you what it is. All right, let's see what we found here. Box within a box. Any guesses? And here is what I've been waiting for. And you're probably wondering what this is. As a matter of fact, this is a BMW Diagnostic Module Tank Leakage Pump. The short name for this is a DMTL pump. So you might actually hear of this often because it is a common issue across a lot of BMWs. So I don't know if you guys watch my videos often, but a while back I had said that I had a check engine light that just wasn't going away. And I've known about that for a while. So, you know, the few times that I've been called out because I had a check engine light, part of the reason was that I didn't have my downpipe coated out because I don't have any cat. The other one is this little pump right here. All right, so this pump, what this is, it's basically just for emissions. And as you know, BMW has a sensor for everything. So this is basically a sensor for the vapors that are in the fuel tank. This is actually a pretty big problem for BMWs, and not necessarily that it's a huge problem, and it's probably a good thing that these pumps are actually pretty cheap. I picked this up for 30 bucks on Turner Motorsports website. The problems with these pumps have been going back to like 2001. If you read all over the forums, there's always something with a check engine light, and I think the code was like fuel leak detected greater than 0.5 millimeters or something like that. It's really annoying, and at first I didn't know what it was, and the more I looked into the code, the more it pointed me to this. So we're gonna change this out today, and hopefully this will fix my issue because it is literally the only code that keeps popping back up. It's good that I'm doing this because I have inspection coming up, and in North Carolina we have emissions inspections, which is just, don't get me started on that. So basically everything has to be perfect as far as my emissions go, and this is the missing piece of the puzzle. So we're gonna replace it. The replacement for this is actually really easy. It's right underneath the wheel well, or near the wheel well, on the fuel cap side of the car. So on BMWs it would be on the passenger side, and it's right underneath. You have to unscrew one little lid and then you can see everything from there. But you know, I'm gonna give you guys a step-by-step guide on how to do this. But anyway, enough talking, let's go ahead and get this done. All right guys, so we're outside now, and what we need to do is we need to put the car up on a jack and some jack stands. So obviously have your jack and jack stands, and then we're gonna go through the tools that we need once we get down there. It's not a lot. It's actually really simple to do this. I've done it before. I had a lift, so it's a lot easier to do, but I'm gonna show you guys how to do this on jack stands. All right guys, once your car is up on the jack stand, the next step is gonna be to take off this cover right here. It's immediately right underneath the rear passenger door on the right side. So to take those off, it's a Torx screw right here. So you're gonna need T27, and that'll take them right off. And there are 1, 2, and there are also some little plastic things right here, and we'll deal with those. But so far, 1, 2, and this should come right off. So let's get to it. Alright guys, now that those have been taken off, like I said before, you're gonna have the little plastic screws that are in there, but there are also some back here behind the wheel well, these right here, and there's another one back there. And to make it easier on you, you could take off the tire. That's more work than it's worth. So what I do is I just kind of stick something in there and pop them out. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. So I know this is by no means professional or anything, but I'll just take a knife. That should release the plastic thing down here. So that took forever, but I decided to use a needle nose vice grip. and that pretty much pulled them out. So on to the next thing. All right, so now that you have this pulled out, you're gonna expose everything that's underneath, all right there. So the next thing we want to do is we're actually gonna release, this is the part right here that we're replacing, and that's exactly the same as this. See that? And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna release this by unscrewing these guys right here. For those screws, you're gonna be using a T20, so we just pull these out. All right, and once that part has been released, we wanna go ahead and release the little connector. And so the connector just comes off like that. The part is also gonna be attached by this hose, so we wanna release, it's just a vacuum line. We wanna release the vacuum. All right, so we pull that out. This is free, and then we want to pull this away from that hose. You basically have to press them. You see this right here? You have to press them in. Finally, I was able to take it out. All right, so let's look at the old piece. So, yep, this is all it is. It's just a piece of plastic. So there's the old one, and there's a new one, and that's all it is, really. So we're just gonna take this off. It's a cap. Everything is clean, and then right on this side it doesn't have the rubber, so we're just gonna take it off from this old pump. All right, so we took it off from this one. We put it on this one. I don't know why it didn't come with one, but just stick it on there. It'll fit just the same. And there we go. Now we have it in there, and now we just install the new one. Installation is super easy. It's gonna be like taking it off basically, but you know, the reverse. So you're just gonna put that in there, fit it, make sure the hoses click in. So, and all the way in. That looks to be all the way in. It's not coming out. Put that back in there. And they're good. So we put the little rubber fitting on there. Make sure it's tight. Alright, all the way in. The hose is in there good. And you can plug this back in. And you just go ahead and secure it again. So put your screws back in. So the new part is in. As you saw, it's not really that difficult. The little clamp that goes in the back of that DMTL pump is kind of hard to take off, but you know, I'm on jack stands. If I had the full view from beneath a lift, it would be a lot easier and a lot simpler to do this. That being said, that's pretty much it, and all you have to do is put the plastic coverings back on and you're good to go. That will take care of the check engine light if you have the code that keeps popping up, and I will show you guys exactly which code that is. I'll leave a screenshot. Now, having said that, there is a possibility that this light will come on later on. I don't know what it is about these emission pumps. They're always faulty, and it happens on the F30s regardless of whether it's an LCI or pre-LCI. It happens on pretty much any BMW, to be honest. But as we know, all these emission sensors are always a pain in the butt because it's almost like they're there to meet regulation standards, but they're so restrictive and they get in the way of things. And that's why a lot of people that have the 335Ds just get rid of all the emissions things, and because it's better, the car even runs better that way. So I wish there was a way to get around this, but unfortunately there isn't. And the part itself is only 35 bucks, I think. So it's not really that big of a headache. It is annoying, it's okay. Anyway guys, this should solve that issue, and I will be posting my results on Instagram. If my CL comes back for some reason, then I'll investigate. But this is how you replace your DMTL pump, and hopefully this is simple enough. I think it is. Anybody can do it. It can save you a trip to the shop. I don't know exactly how much it would charge me, but I don't see it being anything below $200, and especially if you take it to BMW. $35 price for the pump. It takes maybe 15 minutes to do it. It's super simple, and you get rid of that check engine light if you have to pass emissions inspection or anything like that. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. This has been another DIY on my F30, and I appreciate you guys for watching. If you like the video, go ahead and click like. If you want to see more DIY things, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's tuning, whether it's maintenance, whether it's something simple like this, go ahead and click subscribe. I try to make as many videos as I can about anything that I do on my car. And after all, this is the F30 with the B58. You already know there's going to be content coming, because we are just now finding out what the B58 can do. So stay tuned for that. I'll be seeing you guys later. Peace.